right, guys, you're welcome today. Usually when the bells are off, we call it a game, but it's not yet done. Yeah, because we have another player in the dressing room, and that is none other than maridadishop.com. As you can see, we are looking good in whites, blacks, and hoods. Yeah, Maridadi is the sponsor of today's show, and hopefully we do better with him. And today, as usual, it's Brighton Muganzi, your host. With me is Innocent Mwebaze and David Wawire. We're happy to see you on the 4th episode. Thank you for staying with us. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the love. Thank you for always commenting. We love the comments, and we hope to deliver the best for you every time. We keep improving. Today, we're happy to have you guys again. Once again, we thank the Almighty God for being here. And throughout the weekend, it was an amazing weekend. And we're here to deliver information. We are here to deliver highlights. We are here to deliver news. We are here to deliver content regarding Uganda cricket, most probably. First and foremost, we shall start with local league. What has been happening in around Uganda cricket, starting from the grassroots tournaments to the Uganda T20 tournament. First and foremost, we are talking about the Mukono T20 tournament that has been taking place. I think tomorrow they're having the sixth day. And we've been, last weekend we updated you about what happened. And today we shall update you about the day 4. Yeah, day 4. Day 4 in Mukono. So in the morning, it was Mukono Development that played against Njeru Warriors. Mukono Development was able to score 106 runs for 6 in 16 overs. And Njeru Warriors only managed to score 87 for 9 for 7 in 19 overs. Mukono Development won by 19 runs. And what was enticing and what was the moment of this game, it's the captain, Mutagana Fahad, former captain of Uganda under 19, who scored of 42 balls. That was in the morning game. In the afternoon, it was Lugazi Trekkers versus Bwikwe Gladiators. And Lugazi Trekkers scored 118 all out in 17.1 overs. Bwikwe Gladiators scored 75 all out in 15 overs. Lugazi Trekkers won by 43 runs. Well, there was no much highlight in the other day. It was Kayunga Titans who scored 57 all out in just 18.2 overs, and Njeru Warriors scored 52 all out. Can you imagine? Some so it's never. I was actually surprised. Anyway, that's the game we've seen India score 52, so it's the game we play. So Kayunga Titans scored 57 all out in 18 overs, and Njeru Warriors failed to score. Wow. Can you imagine? Kayunga Titans won by 5 runs, but this was after some youngster called Sudais, Mpanji, who picked 4 wickets for Kayunga Titans, leading them to such a great win. In the afternoon, it was Lugazi Trekkers that scored 155 for 2. That was a good score, actually a good performance. But Buvuma Sailors came and chased 156 for 4 in 16.5 overs.
Are you still playing on the same track? I don't know.
And the other it was in the morning, and this was afternoon.
The first 2 days they could barely play out the 20 overs.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden people are
scoring.
Chasing this.
Yeah. So, but Buvuma Sailors won by 6 wickets, and no wonder. Chidiga Christopher scored 69 of 47. That was a good score. And Calvin Watua scored 54 not out of 37. So leading to Bavuma's victory. And on day 5 was, I think it must have been the day for the tournament. Anyway, we expect to see more. But Kayunga Titans, I was playing against Mukono Development. Kayunga Titans scored 132 for 9 in 20 overs. Mukono Development chased the score for 3 in 15 overs. That is 130, 133 for. I think now this is the Abojo thing now. You leave. Okay, we leave 5 overs for those guys. Yeah, Mukono Development won by 7 wickets. Do you know what happened? Anna scored 80 off 49. That's big. Scored 80 off 49. A good knock from Anas. Yeah, we've seen him score.
He's really aggressive.
Yeah,
I think on a good day, is that kind of player that can take it from anywhere.
Yeah, we've seen him score some good runs for Tornado Bees the previous tournament. Buvuma Sailors, and in the afternoon, now this was the game of the day. In the afternoon, Buvuma Sailors versus Kayunga Titans. Guess what happened? Buvuma Sailors won the toss and elected to bat. They knew what they wanted. And you know what the score was? 214 for 7 in 20 overs. 214. This was a good show. After Simon Sesazi, he calls himself the Tiger. Yeah, Tiger. Alliance boss. He scored 71 of 37, and supported by Calvin Watua, who scored 51 of 29, leading to 214 for 7. But Kayunga Titans only managed to score 143 for 8 after Brian Asawa knocking 50 off 22, and Okwalinga Emmanuel topping up with 44 runs, and they ended up with 143 runs. So in a nutshell, that was those were the 5 days of the Mukono T20. So far, so good. And I hope players are learning and picking. We've seen youngsters rise. I think this is something we should talk about before we go so far. What are your thoughts regarding this tournament? We'll start with Innocent.
It's really a nice tournament. And the most outstanding thing is you see the dominance of the national team players, all the people that are in the setup of the national team coming to the S side, the main side, and the emerging. You realize all the big performances are coming from the people around the setup. So this is a very big positive, which shows, the structure is actually working. It's actually working, yeah, because you see now very big scores from the batsmen, and the strike rates are also really promising. Yeah, so it's not one-sided to only the batsmen, but you can also see their scores that really define the potential of the bowlers. So it's a really nice thing to see. And the fact that there are national team players there, that means the youngsters that are coming through are really getting much from this. So it's a really nice initiative, and it's nice to see.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, for me, I still feel we need more of such tournaments coming through. I've seen Calvin Watua consistently performing for his team. He has scored, I think, 250s so far.
Yeah, 250s.
250s. That's a degree of consistency that you don't see, especially if someone has not put in the work. Yeah. I feel like I have seen someone has scored in one game, but it was a match-defining knock. It's also good to see because I feel the way the teams were structured, they have a bit of seniority and a bit of amateurs also in the same squad for people to pick, and it provides a platform for youngsters to level with the senior players that they actually look up to. Just imagine sharing the wicket with Simon Sesazi, who is one of Uganda's most decorated batsmen actually. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's an opener with more runs than him in T20. So it's quite unfortunate he has not featured lately. Yeah. But I know such a player always knows how to go back and revise their game, and then they make a show. So it's good to see them actually putting their hand up and defining this tournament. I feel there is competition in the tournament because all teams have fought back. Initially, it seemed the first 1-2 days were a bowler's paradise, and then the batsmen actually picked the game back because 200 in a T20 game, no matter where you're playing from, is actually a good score.
Yeah, it's
and
good.
when you look at the team that came to chase for the first part of the game, they were actually threatening the other. Just had a quick collapse of 1-2 wickets, and then the game changed.
No wonder there was some half centuries.
Yeah, and also chasing to 148 after having a team failing to chase 50 something. 50, that means guys actually ramping it up. And with the time, I think we are going to see more cricket from it. It's a tournament to follow, and I just hope we have so many more of these, especially in this part when the season is done, the league is done.
And an interesting part about this tournament, it's the youngsters that are leading these teams. Given an example of Chidega Christopher, Mutagana Fahad, Brian Asaba.
I don't know if they qualify to be youngsters for this league, for this tournament is ongoing. But I feel they're in a tire of like I said, there's a bit of seniority. They are seasoned national team players. Then there are these that are being groomed for the national team. Then there are the young boys, like I've had Impaji coming up and picking those wickets.
Okwalinga, Emmanuel.
Okwalinga, Emma. So coming up and picking those, I think those are the youngsters we should actually be looking at for this particular league.
But basically, if you look at if Simon Cesars is on the team as not captaining, while Calvin Watwa is on the team and not captaining, then we have to give credit to the youngsters. These guys are giving chance to youngsters. So that means cricket, Uganda cricket is in better hands if we can see such guys leading in such tournaments. That means there is future for Cricket Uganda. We can look at the table standings of the Mkono T20. It's Bvuma Sailors on the top of the table, followed by Lugazi Trekkers, Mukono Development coming as number 3, Buyukwe Gladiators number 4, Njeru Warriors and Kayunga Titans on in the last position. Meanwhile, the tournament is still going on. Tomorrow it's day 6. We hope to see more and more cricket in Uganda. Meanwhile, we are glad. I think it's the only tournament that is so far taking place in around local leagues, and we expect to see more tournaments coming in December. There's the Western Challenge that will take place hopefully in Nyakasura in Western Uganda, in Fort Portal. Dates are not yet confirmed, but we hope it's going to take place. There is also a Bat Ball X that will be taking place in Jinja. So there's a lot of cricket for youngsters, actually. We are happy to see, as cricket fans, we are happy to see what's going to happen during this holiday. Many more tournaments hopefully might come up, but so far these are the 2 tournaments that are confirmed with the bells of GG. I think we can go for a commercial break. We're going for a commercial break. We shall come back and talk about what has been happening in the local league. That is the Uganda T20 tournament that just was closed of recent. Still on Mukono development, I think, Dave, you see, I see you have something burning that you want to talk about.
I actually like the setup of the tournament.
Yeah,
the teams were carefully selected. You get players carefully seeded. Right from the inauguration of the tournament, when they were doing the press conference, you would see the way captains are being selected. It's not any random thing. Yeah, and the boys have turned up. You see, the Ekidega is leading his team. Yeah, all the captains are doing a wonderful job, and even the distribution of the national team players. Yeah, it's iron versus iron. It's not
one sided.
Yeah, and I feel all tournaments are supposed to be organized in the same way. They should. Anyone running a tournament should look at creating that kind of competition. Sport has taken a different direction these days. It's a form of entertainment, but one that we can actually moderate. Yeah, the kind of monopoly. We moved away from that kind of thing. Yeah, and you find that these tournaments usually, the ones we've had that have been really short, have given us that sort of energy, that sort of adrenaline, whereby we played an elite league tournament. Teams were carefully selected. Every day we move out of the pitch, and you're not sure if you're coming off with a win, and neither is your opponent also sure. So you all showed up to fight for the trophy, and until the last day, we're not sure who was winning, who was not, and that kept people coming to watch these games.
Yeah.
So I feel like Mukono is actually offering us that, especially where someone scores 52 and they back themselves to defend it. You score 200 and then the power play is smashed. You really see the score coming down. So I feel this is something to think about. Keep competition.
Sorry to cut you short. Are you trying to say players should be divided equally according to the leagues that we
put
play?
It plainly. I think the same way of seeding players can be applied to all formats, to the league, to all formats. Yeah, of course, a few exceptions can be made in this, but they can be clear directives on how to distribute players. Because monopoly already there. Today it may work in your favor, the following day it will not. And that's how I think people get tired and then
Innocent, do you have an opinion regarding that?
Well, I would have a defining opinion, but somehow when you look at the league, it has been a little bit more competitive. More competitive when if you compare the past 2 seasons, if you compare them to the previous seasons, it has been a little bit competitive because the fact that you saw the teams that qualified in the semi-finals actually coming to the quarterfinals, every team could actually make it to the next level. It wasn't like the previous times where you would find, you are assured of a final, or I'm going to see this and this team in the finals. Yeah. Though, also, good things come with also bad things in the process. So, well, it's a very big debate that is still undergoing, I believe. It's a very big debate because some other people are oppressed, some other people actually gained out of it. But, yeah.
So who was oppressed?
That's a true. But it's actually, when it comes to player development, it's a good initiative. Yeah, when it comes to player development.
Not only player development, generating the money. You need people to watch these games. You get it? And what you're saying is true. We really need to move away from the monopoly of those days. We would have a challenger that is packed. Then you have a thing that is packed, for the name, but it's what happened in Uganda cricket and everyone saw it. And last time we affirmed, and agreed that, hey, these quarterfinals actually show that cricket has come a long way. In that there are no founder clubs, there are no, you get, whoever was there had actually ground from the real ground to the top. Okay?
So I wonder,
Awanda had been grinding for years.
Okay, the thing is like this. The way I'm setting it is cricket-wise, we are winning. But when it comes money-wise to individual players, no.
So the issue is it's a very good point.
When it comes to the side of the players, no, I don't agree with you. But when it comes to cricket side,
we are winning.
Yeah, it's winning. So it's
in simple terms. In simple terms, we are talking about financial status regarding players in the league. By the way, I've noticed that I've noticed. Sorry if I offend any player. I've seen players forgo local games and going to play other games in some other.
Absolutely, I have no problem with that.
Because of finance. So that's where I try to adapt what Innocent is saying. If someone is foregoing the home country game because of money going the other side, I literally understand what Innocent is talking about.
I actually encourage players to do that. Because, this may be hard your opinion. But I boldly encourage players to do that. Why? Because in it should have been 2020. Okay? That was Aziz the money, right? Yeah. They were national team players that would not start a game. Yeah. Then sometime came.
On the national team or club game?
In the club.
Okay.
Yet they were on the national team. They would start national games, but they can't start a club game. I don't know. You get it? So personally, I feel like, okay, I'm running around, I'm doing broncos, I'm doing yo-yos. I really need. It's like training an askari and he never gets to shoot. This how this guy ended up shooting people. We call a guy trigger happy, but these are real scenarios because you're trained for something. So if you don't do it, research has been done even in the army. You get it? Snipers are trained, but because they don't get a chance to shoot their guns, they end up committing mass murders. Yeah, because of that. So if I'm training hard here, yeah, it's what is killing the culture. If I'm training hard here and I don't get an opportunity to play, I'll lose it. The only reason why players like Siraji are still able to come back and then you're able to look at him and consider him and get him in the setup is because they've actually sought that route. Yeah? Like, okay, I've been dropped, it's okay. I've been dropped, it's okay. I'll want to play. Yeah? By far, he's the most successful Ugandan cricket export.
Yeah, in East Africa, actually.
Yeah, we've seen him play in Kigali, in Kenya.
He's very successful.
I haven't seen him play in TZ.
So I feel like it's okay. For me personally, I'm okay with such players. But to go back to the other point, when you get to balance these teams, you have more competition. And that's what the fans want. That's what sponsors want.
So, Dave, what do you think can bring, that competition? Let's say players are all balanced. Let me give you an example of the recent bat ball tournament that was played in Lugogo. The tournament was so competitive. Can we say it's because of the cash that was given to players? Because players were given good money in a single day, and the tournament you would see guys fighting on the ground rather than. So can we say money is a motivation, like a motivator, something like that? Are you trying to drive it to that? Like the more the money, the more the competition. We are putting passion aside.
Not really the more the money, but man, a human being is built to survive. If the price of food shot up, you get it? If the cost of living shot up, you see more crime. Why? People are trying to find money to survive. You're getting? So generally, the cost of living has shot up. You don't expect us to play under the same motivation. I think I should be calling those gentlemen forefathers. Because they played at a time where we are playing for pride, where we are playing for... You get it? The reasons for playing were different. These days, sport has produced more millionaires than some professions. Yeah? And with better... some professions actually make the money sportsman makes. You have to sacrifice your mental health. So sport out there is making millionaires. Well, here in Uganda, we're actually not investing that much in it. Okay? So I feel we should encourage that. It's okay to have more investment, but it's not just the players to push for that. Even the associations can push for it. Even investors like people who are organizing such tournaments. Actually, I want to thank the organizers of the current Mokono tournament. A very good thank you to you all, because right now you'll find national team players. The guys who are there competing actively have not had a chance to play that kind of competitive cricket there, because the whole year we've been preparing for World Cup qualifiers, which unfortunately we didn't make. But some players didn't get enough time. They didn't get to play that kind of game, that kind of competitive game. So it's a good platform. So more tournaments in this direction can actually organize. Like Muzei said, if you have something that works for you, do it in your own home. The others will see that it works and they will come. That's our dear president. You get it? Yeah, that's why he does not believe in coercing other countries to do it as you wish. So you do it in your country. Abuja did it. They played their cricket the way they did it. Got them to find us somewhere. You get it? And now, for some reason, there are some people whose minds have also changed. Like, maybe the way these boys play the game works. Anyway, we shall see as we discuss about the final batch. I feel balancing teams is the responsibility of any tournament organizer. You don't just let the money run, because there's always that imbalance. So you have to find ways of protecting players' benefit and also the benefit of the tournament. That's it.
Well, just to add on that, well, I don't know if I'll be adding on or defining some other things. You realize ever since the money and challengers pulled out, if you're not in the national team setup, let's say in the main side, and the emerging side, you're assured of no payment. Or if the payment is there, it is very minimal.
The fact that you're assured of no payment.
Yeah, like that again. You're assured of no payment, or the payment is very minimal. That means the chances of a cricketer surviving in Uganda, depending on the league, they are like 2%. I should say 2%, because I think there are very few Ugandans, very few local players, black players, who are actually earning from the league. Yeah, very few. I think it's like 5%. of the players.
literally, like
Yeah,
not from the league, but the
you're
clubs.
5%.
The
Yeah,
clubs.
exactly. So maybe you're under the 5%. So my point here is the association should come in. The association should come in, like the way they fundraise for investors when it comes to national team duties. They should also look for investors to come and sponsor the league. Let's say when we're hosting, let's say the ladies team, like previously when the ladies team hosted which tournament was it?
Canada.
The women's trophy, the women's cup. They organized. There were very many sponsors that pulled up. That was Soda for Bet.
Black box.
Like then we had what's
the black guys. Black.
there were very many sponsors that came through, but we don't see those sponsors in the league. So that leaves.
Wait, Black, the company that sells electronics.
Electronics.
They have very nice headsets.
Yeah. So we don't see those sponsors in the league. So that means it will only depend on individuals that run the clubs to pay the players. And
so you're asking more like the association supporting the clubs.
Exactly. Because the clubs that were really paying the people, pulled out. Yeah. Well, courtesy of there were very many debates that were going around, and the other teams pulled out. That's the dangers, and that is the money. So those were the guys who had set a bar for all these other teams when it came to payments.
Just to add, those are the ones you know. All those are the ones we know. We know as is the man. But even before we started playing cricket, there was a team called Destroyers. When you talk to the legends like Roger Mukasa, they will talk about those things.
You guys, I think I'm young. I'm too young for Destroyers.
But anyway, not derailed from the low point. It's balancing players creates competition. Okay? That competition will create the inertia for investors to come, and eventually we shall have more expectation of the sport. When we have that, it is easy to sell the sport. When we just let it be, we shall stick to that cricket. We shall keep going out. We step out there, people tell you you're good, but you're not playing competitive cricket back here. And hearsay, even our people around the setup actually know the league is not that competitive. To the extent that at some point they feel like it's not good enough for a national team player to partake.
Well,
you get?
Yeah.
Probably someone will put something to that. Maybe Brighton can affirm or something, but it's that bad. But we can get it more competitive.
I don't think I've literally seen in the past 2 seasons, at least teams have tried to be a little bit same, if I can say. Bring in the fact, bring in the fact that there are limited number of national team players allowed in different teams. The maximum is 4. You can have more than 4, but you can only play 4 on a match day. Yeah, we've seen. Yeah, we'll come to that point. I know what Innocent is trying to talk about. Yeah, because you'll find like a team like Abojo, having like, let's say you get like 5 or 6 contracted players. So I don't know what. I think that should be another topic, a topic to talk about. But my point was we've seen at least balance in the teams. The fact that a few of the players, national team players, have failed to. But now I think most of the national team players are participating in the league. But we've seen balance. We've seen the ODI, whereby until the last game, we could know who was taking that trophy. Okay? That was the ODI. Even T20, that has happened. So we are seeing a progress in the competition or the league, rather than those days, this team is taking that trophy, however much. So you would just fight for being the second, okay? But now, until the last game,
But still, I'll still back up my point. Guys, you see, yes, we're looking at developing. Yeah, we're balancing teams. Yes, I agree with that. We're looking at developing youngsters. But again, there's also taking care of the cream that is already up. Yeah, you realize, yes, national team players are participating, but what heart is into it? All the national team players that are, most of them that are playing in the league, they are giving like 70-60%
efforts. Efforts.
others are not participating because there are no clubs that can afford them. Because like, if I'm a national team player, I have a value that I've attached on myself. Not so. So that means you have to buy that value. And if there are teams that are not willing to buy me for that value, that means I have no chance to play in the league. And we have other players that have sat back because of that thing. There are no teams that can do what? Can buy their value. Money has to be invested in. Money has to be invested in. Because if I'm, let's say, if I'm a Virat Kohli, I know my start price is, let's say, okay, let me just put it in shillings. It's 10 million. Yeah? And there's no club that is even willing to give me 5 million. Why should I lower my standards to fit in those teams to participate in that league? I rather sit out, yeah, and work on myself instead of just joining and play for free. You know,
But Innocent, sorry to say, you have a really good point. But we have seen you individually. You don't earn from this league.
How do you know that? How do you know?
No. I mean, it's not. It's how much are you paid? No, the point that I try to bring is that sometimes the point I'm trying to bring is that sometimes it's not about money. It's about passion. Okay.
It is about money when it gets to this stage. It is about money.
I think let Brett first give us the narrative, that angle of passion, because it has limitations.
Yeah, I'm a person who believes that motivation is so much important rather than chasing money, because money comes with okay.
Does the Mukono tournament have a price tag?
I don't know if they have a price tag, but what I know, what I think, they could be getting like 50K per day or per game. I don't know whatever little they are getting or whatever much they are getting is. Hopefully they are clearly motivated. But before reaching motivation, the passion has to come in. Okay, you see how someone is giving in efforts to a certain club. Because literally for me, if given chance, as long as I'm given playing time, I may not need your money. Okay? But yeah.
I think we've had
No. That's
But just a disclaimer. This is a platform for us to assess Uganda cricket, where we would want it to be. You get everyone is responsible for what they say. We do not speak for the association whatsoever. It's just us sharing unpopular opinion. Yeah, probably what people don't want to hear, and we hope that it can shape the future of Uganda cricket. Yeah.
Yeah. So Dave, I'm still telling you, yeah, because sometimes money comes with money comes. No, I'm talking to the youngsters there. Okay, for this mature who have responsibilities, whoever, I know that we understand you need money, but as a youngster, I would recommend you to first work on yourself. Don't think about money right now, okay? Because with time, if you start thinking about money, if I'm giving you money, if I'm giving like 100K per game, I still expect you to give me worth 100,000, okay? So that's where I will put you on pressure. I will say if you don't produce these results, so you will not even start performing because of your capabilities, but rather on my pressure, because boss is giving me this amount. Let me give you an example of, let's say, Dave, you are in Chigali yesterday. If someone has given you, if someone has given you $200, okay? If they gave you, I think you have like $50 there. But if they've given you $200, imagine by the time you set off from here.
I don't know what Brighton is saying.
Yeah. But let's give you an example. The moment you get to that Jaguar bus, whatever it is, someone has paid the ticket for you, whatever it is. Your mindset, in your mindset, you're like, hey, man, I have to deliver results. Okay, so maybe you guys, with the experience you have, you can handle that. Okay, but given a youngster, if he doesn't perform, he'll be scared. Are these guys going to call me again? But the fact that my point is, first work on yourself, develop yourself, let the skill. So if they give you money, it will be a bonus. But it's a disclaimer. If you guys, someone is not supposed to play for free, because most of the players in Uganda, in all sports, let's say football, cricket, hockey, whatever, you might find most highest percentage depend on this sport. Yes, you find they don't have any other side jobs. They are,
Because that's
so
acceptable in the world
yeah.
of today. You are allowed
And
to have
I was discussing with someone of recent. They're like, I was like, man, I have to balance books. I have to balance. I want to be rich, but I have to balance books with my sport. But some guy told me, bro, if you want to be an academist, right? Focus on your books. If you want to be a sportsman, don't think that I've not succeeded in education, so I may not make it in soccer or cricket. So if you've decided to play cricket,
I think we need to
play cricket.
remind the audience.
Yeah.
You must tailor this advice to your setting. This is not professional advice. This is for us.
Yeah, it's for us. Yeah.
Don't
So,
say Brighton told me to quit.
yeah, don't quit
say
school.
that.
Don't quit school. Don't.
Mind you,
Yeah.
today's discussion is PG-18.
Yeah.
If you've not done you name yet,
Concentrate on your books.
Right now we are talking.
So the point is, Dave. Yeah. Before let me first finish. The point is, if you are a cricketer, if you've decided to focus on cricket, let me give you an example. I've focused on cricket. So this is the thing. I will eat cricket, sleep cricket. So cricket has to pay me, okay? Because this is the only thing I can do, okay? So I've given all myself to cricket. So you don't tell me about books. I mean, you guys have been already disclaimed. So if I'm playing, if I'm playing for cricket and they ask you for $100 and you don't expect me to give you 100%. If someone is offering $200 more than you, definitely I have to get that flight and get because I'm surviving on cricket. I have no side gig. So this is what I'm trying to say. I hope you guys have got my point. So actually, today's topic, I love the topic. It has driven us to this thing because so many kids are there suffering. Someone is getting 50K per game, okay? I don't know who is getting, but imagine someone is getting 50K per game. So for how long in Kampala can you survive on that 50K?
If you don't have responsibility, if you're coming from your father's house, it's possible. It's just extra cash you're getting.
You're getting extra cash, 50K.
It changes as you move away from school. We're not talking to school kids right now.
Of course.
We're talking for people who have gotten out of school. They've groomed themselves at their game and they've chosen to go professional. They are in national team. This is the category I'm talking to. You're getting it? Yeah, it is. It's very painful. Yeah, for you to be. One time we were there and then people could not afford good bats, and the only reason we were being knocked is because guys had $600 bats. Whether it's a good boy or a bad boy, he mistimes it. There's still a chance of you reaching the boundary. So I feel like players should be enabled to play. Yeah. Yeah, the playing conditions have changed.
Are you insured under your club?
So, I have this other view. I think we're looking at this in a short term.
Cut that out. Yeah. His question, you have to cut it out.
So, we're looking at this in a short term. Yeah. But you realize, of recent, I was listening to Jojo Okocha, who was being interviewed, and he talked about something that really caught my ear. He said, life of a sportsman starts after retirement. Real life starts after retirement. And in reality, when you come back in reality, in our sport in Uganda, it can only sustain you, even if you played it professionally, it can only sustain you after retirement. The maximum is maybe a year. I think so. That's all.
We've not seen anyone who has retired.
So, that means, if you
make it to a year anyway.
If you make it to a year, not so. All youngsters that are out there.
But shout out from Chris Legend.
Yeah. All youngsters that are out there, just know, cricket sport in Uganda, any sport, beat any sport, it can only sustain you much. Yeah. Well, our role models may be all those guys, the Ronaldos, the Virat Kohli, the Babazam. Yeah. You realize those guys, the way they earn is not the same way that we earn. Yes, they are role models, but it's not the same way that they earn. Yeah. So if you only have cricket as your main source, and you've not invested in any other way. Now in Africa, Uganda particularly, you realize education is our second goal. When you're a professional sportsman, that means it gives you a chance to maneuver around and get other ways of earning. Yeah. So when you look at it in a long term, yeah, we don't want to get people who are going to play sport. Yeah. You're in the highlight. Yeah. In your prime, you're the highlight, and after retirement, you're the person begging. Yeah. We don't want that. Let's say you featured in World Cup, and your story of, we don't want you to be like that person who played up to this time and they're broke. They're the people who are begging. These other people that just played schools week, but they're earning in their other aspects.
Scenario.
Yeah. Scenario code. So, all youngsters that are there, yeah. The good thing is the cricket development is mainly in schools. Yeah. That means go through the school, yeah. Make sure you complete your studies, and then play and enjoy the cricket, knowing you have a backup plan. So plays the sport as a professional, but there's another go-to. It's not your only mean of earning, because this is a sport and anything can happen to sport. We've seen injuries, yeah, and you realize, as our league is, yeah, the only way you can really earn money is when you're in the national team setup, yeah, and it is only open for around 30 people. Yeah, that means if you don't get a chance,
but you guys make money. You got 2 million shares.
So go ahead. No. So if you're not guaranteed that you're going to be in the 30. Yeah. This previous UG20, it's now previous because it's gone.
It's still fresh on our mind.
Still fresh.
until we recap the finals, it's still fresh on our mind.
There were 600 players that participated in that league.
That's a big number.
In that tournament.
Over 600.
That's a lot of cricket.
Yes, over 600. And in those 600...
And they're not ghost players. Those are a lot of cricketers.
Yeah. And in those 600, yeah, you're only guaranteed of 30 spots of people that are really going to earn from the game. Yeah. So that means the advice that you guys are giving, somehow, I'm a little bit defying on it, of the 30, yeah? Now, cater for the 500 something that are remaining, yeah? And remember, they're all taking in this advice, yeah? So that means if I leave my other source of earning, yeah? If I leave my education and don't take it serious, yeah? Hoping that I will earn from the cricket side, from the sports side, yeah? And I don't make it in the 30, how does my future look like?
Well, only advice.
So, and then another thing also, if I'm part of the 30, yeah, and unfortunate things happen, and I get an injury, yeah,
you're not guaranteed you're going to stay there.
Exactly, yeah. Or if a youngster comes up and takes over my number, yeah, who is better than me, yeah, and I'm out of the setup, and I didn't equip myself with another source of living, how is my future going to look like? Or after my retirement, yes, I've earned from the sport and everything, and I don't have a plan B. How will my 40s and 50s and 60s look like?
I think I can talk about a few of those. For example, maybe the one for health, basically, injuries and what. I've seen the association make effort. It has actually changed entirely. The players insured, yeah? At least those that are on the national team are insured. And it's good insurance cover, by the way. Yeah. I feel like people should actually be coached on how to use it. Because it's good insurance cover and it can be used to safeguard you and lengthen your career in that regard. The one that I don't know about is if you actually have a bit of pension, let's say when you're done, you get it. That may be something for that. But I saw something where NSF is coming to Ugandan Cricket. NSF coming to Uganda Cricket. I feel that is also another brick in that direction being put up. So good strides are being taken in that direction.
Yeah, I've also seen financial literacy classes being held.
So yes, it's making that effort. Yeah, but we need to bring these things down. Okay, we need to bring these things down. I feel like all those can be answered by a competitive league. Okay? Whether we are being paid or not, as long as there's competition in the league, the money will come. Yeah. One of the ways they can do that, yes, you're already weeding out players fit enough to be in the national team, but you've based on the league to select those players. The only reason you think they are not good enough is because you're not seeing proper competition. Yeah? Oh, you get it. So I feel like, yes, create a competitive league, get the stakeholders on board, people auction. Before this league started, there were suggestions. Anyway, it's unpopular opinion. I think we should one time host maybe the various bosses here. Yeah, calling out to the bosses of the privately owned clubs. Maybe Sailor, Avengers, Avojo, all these can come up with their opinions. I feel like, especially Kachi, there's a way Kachi Tigers. It's a very organized community. Yeah, and for it has found its way of rebutting this whole system of monopoly. I remember one time Kachi Tigers brought 2 players, I will withhold names, in the second round of the 50 over league. Every time they stepped on the wicket. No, I think if anyone considered less than 250.
So that was class
in the second round.
Super shopping.
That was super shopping. And they only brought 2 players. Quality, top tier. Yeah, and those guys were very fruitful. We benefited from them. We learned cricket from them until some left here. So it was good to see someone rebutting that system.
Sorry to cut you short. Are you saying we need more players like those in the league?
What I'm saying is we can create our own players here.
Okay.
Yeah, we have good players here. If the Rwanda League is vibrant, but because of some of these players. Yeah. Like you already blurted out that I was in Rwanda. Yes, I was. I watched some of their games. Yeah?
Got some dollars.
Yeah. We are not cricket.
With finance.
I was watching 2 games at a go. This side, one eye is on Fahad Mutagana. The other side, one eye is on Retire. Meanwhile, Retire was manning the other oval. And the whole game was rotating around him. I think they scored 160 something and he had scored 90 of that. You get it? Massive score. And this side, Mutagana is also upsetting the bowler. So I feel like, yes, and when you look at the Uganda setup, he's nowhere. You get it? The former captain of the under-19, the protege to look at, and then
he's the captain, imagine.
You get it? Yeah. So that kind of player, another player is Brian Asad. Another vibrant player. So I feel like that kind of talent should always be harnessed. A lot of the talent trickles out after the under-19. So when you have a vibrant league, everyone has what to look up to. Yeah, you have that league of 8 clubs, players well distributed with some written rules, not these things of switching rules midway. Yeah? Or to favor one person or another, because it always seems like that. Yeah. I may or may not think that this is what happened. This is how it looks to the layman. You get it? Yeah. So instead of doing that, we make sure these guys we protect the players' interests. You get it? Yeah. The goal of the organizers should be to have a vibrant league. That should be the goal. Of course, players will have needs. The club owners will have needs. So the role of the organizer is to balance them out. If the clubs want this, try to find a common ground. Eventually, we shall get there to a vibrant league and we shall have sponsors. So players will be paid their monies with time. But the lack of direction, I think, is what puts us off.
As we can see, there's a lot much to talk about regarding cricket, and we are going to invite, can I say, stakeholders, shareholders.
We need them,
Stakeholders, shareholders. If you have any opinion, you can reach. You can reach. You can reach to. You can reach out to us. You're welcome. It's everyone is welcome with their opinions. We can host you if you have any opinion regarding. But for now, we're going for a short break, and when we come back, we'll be discussing and we'll be giving you highlights of the final day of the Uganda T20 that was proudly sponsored by Leica Mobile, and it was ending yesterday. We're here with a silver, gold, bronze, silver.
Something there.
Okay, silver medalist, right? Innocent Mwebaze. Yeah, one
I
of.
was actually wondering why my dad gave us different colored jumpers.
Yeah, I mean, why?
So this is for the guys who didn't make it past quarterfinals, the guys who stopped in semi,
and the guys who tried
who made to the finals.
Nevertheless, Innocent Mwebazi, before we go so far, I have a question from one of the fans whose side I should ask you. Where were you going? Where?
This way or that way?
So you decided to join. Anyway, congratulations to Abojo for making it to the finals. And also congratulations to Ismaili that were finally the champions of the UGT 20. And congratulations to Uganda Cricket for having
the most competitive T20 tournament.
completed this most competitive T20 tournament I've seen. Maybe you've seen.
You've seen, but you've also participated.
I've participated. Yeah, you know. We are going to talk about the final game. What happened, whatever it is. But congratulations to the team that made it, and also to the team that made it to the finals. So the highlights of the day, my highlights, were one, Riyazat Snook, the captain Snook. Before the game, he was telling me, hey, I'm scared of Abojo. He was not literally scared, but he was like, I've seen this team. I've captained most of the guys.
I think you need to use his tone because I had a different picture in my mind, but you've now just erased it and painted some with chalk.
No, so I can't use his tone. I can't. Reported speech. Meanwhile, Riyazat Alisha, before the game, it was like, it's a big game for both of us. They've appeared the very first time for finals, and for them, it was their second edition. Participating. But he was like, he does not undermine this team because he knows their capability. He has captained most of them on the national team, so he was ready to fight. And finally, he showed up and made it. And also, another highlight was the toss. Nyakasura won the toss and opted to bowl first in Entebbe. And which I think personally was a good idea for them because all the games they have won, they've won them by chasing. Okay? So we probably knew it was a good decision for them. However much things didn't turn up well to them. And good enough, we have Innocent Mwebazi here. But before we go there, Awojo won the toss and elected to bowl first. Ismaili batted and scored 148 in their 20 overs. The highlights for me before we go so far, we'll have to first give you the scores of the final game. Khan, who scored 40 runs of 45 balls, and Riyazat, who came at number 4, scored 41 runs of 28 balls. That was a good strike rate with 148.43.
That's how much was striking it.
Yeah, so it was a good inning. We enjoyed as fans. Were there, and the second inning was full of ups and downs. So we could not tell where the game was going until Abojo lost it somewhere. Innocent, can we say it was your run out?
What do you mean?
No, literally. On looking at the Abojo's batting squad, you cannot give out the game until it's the last man. Okay, so that's why I said it was up. Yeah, Pasco's wicket, Baguma's wicket as well, and Brian's could have highly affected Abojo's batting. Nevertheless, Amos gave it his best. Ivan Tauthamwira gave in his best also. It was a good knock from Ivan Tauthamwira also. However much he didn't carry on. However, Ismaili managed to defend the score. Yeah. So I can have a good recap, a quick recap from you, Dave, before we
you really
take it over.
You me to speak before Innocent.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just don't know why.
I think
do you feel like Innocent should speak first?
I think he should tell us first. Then he will also tell us where he was going.
No, Innocent will close.
Will close.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, personally, I think it was a good final, and I respect the game of cricket. I respect the game of cricket. it gives me so much pride to know that a player of Riyazat Alisha's caliber also respects the game that much. Because the statement he made before the game to you, as you reported in third person, the fact that he respects the player he's going to play. He has seen and he understands their capabilities. Yeah. If I only hope that the other team also felt the same way.
Definitely.
Yeah. No, the captain, one of their captains is here, remember the senior player, will tell us how they felt about it. But I hope they also felt like, okay, we respect this team. The fact that they made it to the final, it's no fluke. Okay, we've seen. So that is basically the first step to getting into this final. You need to respect your opponent. So whatever you do, you actually know I have such and such to deal with. It will help with the planning. The final I saw, the final I witnessed, had a lot of cricket in it. Yeah, good knocks, good partnerships. We saw one from. I think Wally has been a very good addition
to Ismail
team. After having a good knock in the Avengers semi, and then also a good one here. Yet I feel he has been a very good addition, and I think we're going to see more of him going forward. However, in a ground like Entebbe, personally, knowing Avojo has good chasing potential, yes, but it is much stronger, in my own view, defending runs.
In your own view?
In my own
Thank
view.
You so much.
Yeah, I'm actually speaking for myself.
I've
analyzed this final from way back from the previous episode, and I say even going into the final is still a 50-50. Because you don't write off players like Ugandan Alisha, even if he's alone on that team. Yeah, he will find another person to stand with. So he's very tactical and knows how to run things. You could see order in what he was doing, and how he was organizing his game. I don't think Avojo fell short with their bowling. I still feel
141 was 148.
It was a chasable score. There's literally no excuse for that. It's just the better team on the day actually won the day. Avojo for the past 2 games has been quite unlucky. Should I say past 2 games? No. For this one, has been quite unlucky. In that, like I made a statement last time and said, on some days, the players that have been scoring for you just won't score. And you look for that anchor in the middle. We've seen this play out in schools weeks, in the league, and now it has also reached this level. In that you have someone who has been consistently scoring, and then on that one time when you need them, they don't. But that's the game of cricket. It will happen over and over. So we should always be prepared for such scenarios. Yeah. So Riyazat Alisha putting his hand up all the time, I think he has just made it a habit. Yeah. However, players like Benjamin Baguma have also, I think he has delivered with the ball, but so little with the bat, especially in these final stages of the tournament. Yeah. I don't know why, but it can also be it can also just be cricket. It's cricket. You have that 1 or 2 bad games. And unfortunately for him, it was when the team needed him the most. Because I think if anyone chooses to score fast, it's Benjamin Baguma. He will score fast and elegantly fast. Yeah? Yeah, so he's that guy who, even when he's hitting, you'll appreciate the shot and you'll be happy about it. Yeah. You'll later be sad that you've lost, but you'll have enjoyed cricket. So I feel Avojo brings that. I still feel Damani deserved the win.
Damani?
Yeah.
Ismail?
Yeah, I still feel deserved the win. I can't take it away from them. Because standing up to Avojo and then able to craft such an inning, they actually ground. Yeah, they respect the process and ground to the end. It's very unfortunate because given the hard work and the processes, you feel like, okay, Avojo should have taken this form. You get it? Avojo should have taken this form. But all other factors constant. If someone is able to stand up to Avojo in an organized inning, an organized cricket game like that one, yeah, kudos to the money. Congratulations to them. I think for Avojo, it's not all over. Yeah, Avodio is super organized. Avodio is strong for the next couple of years also, unless until we
I think they have the biggest squad in Uganda
yeah,
cricket. They have over 80 players.
Now, yeah, that is a discussion for another day. Because now we have to talk about where they all going.
Yeah.
What are they going to eat?
looking at.
Anyway, let me finish my submission. I'm not opening another Pandora's box. But anyway, I saw a lot of fight in the Avodio side. Yeah, the desperation to win. You get it? I feel like Avodio, for the first time in a long time, got that scare. You know how you throw a baby in the deep end and you're like, you're learning how to swim and they throw you in the deep end and you're supposed to swim out of it? I could see that on their faces. The desperation to win. And that trophy was just edging further and further. The light at the end of the tunnel was fading. Yeah. So it's sad. Okay, it's not sad. For me, as an Avengers person, yeah, but as someone who understands the processes Avodio has gone through,
it's a positive.
Yeah. Not a positive per se. I feel like, yes, sometimes when it comes to easy, it can be a problem. Yeah, you don't understand the pain that goes into it. But also, I feel like, okay, tough luck to the boys. Yeah, they deserved this. They deserved it last year. But this year, they feel like they've worked up to it. They've prepared themselves for it. And one reason that Alicia showed up, I'm like, yo, hold it.
Okay, thank you so much, Dev.
Congratulations, Alicia. It's always good watching him. I could not get off the screen. Even when he got his wicket, he was still going at it.
Looking at Ismaili, they've of recent been to Dubai. They had a T20 tournament and a World Cup. I think it's a World Cup, in Dubai for the Ismaili community. So they've had such a good tournament. So I think it warmed up.
No, Brighton, before we continue. Going into this final, we had earlier discussed the advantages Ismaili has over Avodio and what Avodio has over Ismaili. And we agreed when you compare the experience. Yeah, I felt they were quite even because Avodio players, it's just the age, but they've actually had the same number of games. Or more, you get it? And Avodio actually had the advantage of fitness. Yeah, when you look at basically the stature, you
could actually see them in their fielding.
So you'd feel like, okay, this is a team that is yeah, so Avodio had an upper hand. Yeah, but the experience of one real that I share among others, and Wally. I know Wally was the lady.
Gulam
has been ecstatic. I think that's the right word to use. He has picked wickets really. He picks them when he feels like. I feel like those are the key players that actually handed it over to.
Meanwhile, as we go back to Maibaza Innocent, yesterday he took a brilliant catch. He was fielding so well. He's wearing a medal right now. A medal right now.
And he's looking like a model. I think that's what you meant to say.
Yeah, because of Maridadi, you can see how. Meanwhile, Innocent, hard luck, but congratulations as well. You made it to the finals. Personally, to the staunch fans of Avodio, as a former player. Avodio is a family to me, by the way. I'm personally happy. I'm glad that they reached this far.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a positive for me and maybe for the team for having reached this far. Yeah. So looking at that, Innocent, tell us about what do you feel after that game? We literally knew how you felt like before the game. You discussed with us before, but now we want to know after the game. How do you guys feel? How do you think it's maybe you can just take us through.
Well, thank you.
Is this real?
Yeah, don't worry. This is real. This is real silver. Yeah, and it's only for people who have made it to the finals. Yeah.
Got it. It's okay.
So, about the finals, honestly, when you ask any Abojo player or any Abojo fan, they will tell you deep down in their hearts, they are very pleased. There's no disappointment. they give trophies. This is just silverware, silver, goldware. Yeah, but the main trophy is one in the heart. Yeah, and we feel like we won our trophy in the heart. And yes, the result in the final may be speaking otherwise, but in our hearts we know there's so much that we have achieved, because the KPIs of our team is not about, well, winning trophies justify your hard work, yeah, but you realize when you have ambitions of let's say ours is an academy, yeah, which sees players through to the national side to feed the national team and maybe beyond that. One of the KPIs is seeing a player development, and this T20, the way it has gone, I believe the finals was our worst day. That was our only bad day. If you're to look at the journey from the time we started the T20 and our performances, we feel like we have really ticked very many boxes individually. When you come and look at the individuals, when the batting stats, the bowling stats, yeah, we have seen a lot of improvement in the players, which is a very big bonus to us. And getting to the finals, it wasn't like a fluke, not at all. It felt like you've really deserved to be there. Yeah, you really deserve to be there, and that's why that disappointment, the result in the final is not much of a disappointment to us. Yeah, that's why we say our birthday came at that time. Yeah, Ismail played a better inning than us. Yeah, we saw them pushing themselves to limits that they have not been pushing themselves. We saw the way they played the semi-finals. It was totally different from the way they played the finals. Those guys ran very many singles and doubles, which wasn't the case in the semis. Yeah, so they knew what was coming for them, and they actually prepared and were ready to take it on. Yeah, they took very many singles, very many doubles. Yeah, so the fact that we're playing Abojo, they knew the standards that they have to tick off to make sure that they fit in. And we saw brilliant. Do you know seeing Gulam dive?
Yeah, that was a magnificent catch. Yeah.
It's a rare sight.
He took a really good catch.
Yeah, it's like saying Mr. Nirav, yeah, diving. It was a brilliant catch. So there are very many things that Ismaili had to work on to make sure that they fit. And well, there will always come a bad day, and there will always be a good day on another person's side. We gave it a fight in the fielding, and we felt 140 was a decent score to chase down, because we have chased very many scores, 170s in 15 overs, I believe 180s in 12 overs. So that was a small score. Well, I couldn't call it a small score, but it was a decent score that we had planned, because our plan was to limit them to 150 so that we can easily come and chase it down, because when you look at the bowling side that they have, it wasn't that really much of a threatening bowling side. Yeah, but the way Alicia captained his side and the way he made his bowling changes, it actually outsmarted us, I should say. Yeah, he outsmarted us. He came and bowled one over up front and kept the 3 in the dead. And somehow their gamble on spin in the power play really actually.
Their gamble.
They haven't gambled on speed. It has been their stronghold.
Okay, well, the strategy that they came up with, in the power play to use spin, well, it worked out. It worked out for them, and the fact that they didn't have much medium, though, it's like they had no choice but to use spin, and it worked out in their favor. We saw the ball they gave Baguma. He always plays that reverse, but on that day it didn't connect. And Pascal got the ball of the inning, top of off, turning out from you, bringing you forward, like everything ticked right, and he was bowled out. And yeah, it was that day. It was that day, and it was a bad day for us. And what I say is, this is just silverware and goldware, but deep down, we ticked off very many things. So it was a milestone that has been ticked off, and it's a very promising future in front there. And the fact that we have very many other youngsters that are behind us, and we have another team also. We call it Entirely. It's called Entirely. So
Abuja has another team now.
yeah, there are two teams, and hopefully we shall bring the third team, because in the Western Challenge we are six teams. We are 6 teams, which have over 20 players. By the way, 6 teams that have over 20 players. So it's a very good milestone to tick off. So hopefully we shall keep improving. Because you realize from the time where we started from, we didn't make it to the finals. And the fact that we have made it to the finals this time round and well deserving, that means we can only aim for higher. So,
and that higher part is the silverware.
The goldware now. This time round we are putting on the silverware, but now we are coming for the goldware.
We're still around. As bells off, we'll be here to update you in the next season. Meanwhile, it could be me in the finals on that day.
Well, that day will come. Maybe it will be watch again. Yeah. So, but thank you all the fans for turning up. It was a very good crowd. And the fact that there were 2 new teams in the finals, we had 500 people online, viewing online, and the turn up on the ground was also quite much. So it was very nice to see. And I'm very sure half of that, almost 3/4 of that, were people Abojo.
All over East Africa.
They were Abojo. Yeah. So we are sorry for disappointing you all, the fans, but we really thank you for the support. And hopefully next time and next year you'll continue supporting us, and we shall deliver the goldware to you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Innocent. Just know Fort Porto and Western Uganda is happy and excited about your achievement so far. Mostly the school itself is so proud. The fact that you guys always sing that school hymn before the start of the game, it makes you so proud. I remember even when after the interview after the tournament, Innocent Indaola was asking about Ivan, where do you guys come from? So he was proudly saying it's from Nyakasura. Most of the players are from the school, and they are alumni of the school. So the school is proud of you guys, the fans are proud, and it's a milestone that and a dream that has been like looked at ever since like 10 or 12 years back. And so it's a great achievement to say. Meanwhile, hard luck, and next time better will be there. As we come back from the break, we are going to talk about what's happening in the international side, a few things, and we close it up.
From the international scene, we've had the ladies participating in the Emerging Ladies Tournament in Thailand, the T20 tournament that is ongoing. And Janet Babas has kept on with her form, with a brilliant 60 off 50 knock that led Uganda to its first win in this tournament after having two heartbreaking losses in their initial games. It's good to see the team and the camp upbeat a bit. They are now much more lively, and we hope going into the next game we'll have something to look up to. Given the tournament is round robin, I'm just hoping they carry on this momentum going forward. The team has also proven to have has also made it a habit at making comebacks.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to see a bit of that. Also has some good characters, that have been putting their hands up here and there with the ball and bat. So I'm hoping to see more of that going forward. So until the next game, the ladies cricket, I think we can call it an edition.
Tomorrow they are playing against UAE. In your local time, Uganda time, South African time, they are playing at 5:30 in the morning. They are playing against UAE. And it's good to see Janet Mbabazi take responsibility as the captain. As the captain. Thank you for the outstanding performance regarding the Victoria Pass, because they've been talking about their batting, but she stood out and scored the 60 or 50. Good to see their first win. Hopefully they carry on, and Finally, maybe Innocent, if you have something to say,
Yeah, maybe just to add on, you realize Papua New Guinea is ranked ahead of us. So that win actually acquired us a couple of points. And there are very many other teams, well, a couple of teams that are ranked ahead of us in that tournament. That means we have very many points to actually acquire. So we just need to tick off one at a time. So Papua New Guinea, I'm very sure we might actually go up the ranks by the end of this ICC tournament if we, if we back up ourselves and win the remaining games. You realize there is a UAE in there, Netherlands, which is ranked also ahead of us. We have Tanzania with the games that are remaining, Tanzania and UAE. What is it right? Yeah, so there's a chance of acquiring points and going up the ranks, and you know what it means by going up the ranks. So it's a very good, nice thing to see. Hopefully, the team will build up on that momentum, and win more. So we're behind you girls, and all the cranes are behind you, the Victoria Powers.
Okay. Meanwhile, thank you so much for as we end today's show. Thank you for subscribing. Remember to share and follow us on all the social media platforms as Bells of Uganda. We'll be back this week on Friday talking about different topics. We shall update you about the topics. Don't forget to subscribe. Good night.